Hey everybody, this is Lisa, licensed mental health clinician, and I wanted to share how to use the Healthy Mind Platter, which was created uh, to bring attention to the 7 types of cognitive and physical activity that keep your mind healthy. It's important to pick achievable, realistic activities for each category and try to work them into life on a regular, consistent basis. Some activities might cover multiple categories. For example, pickleball would equal physical play and connecting. Revisiting the Healthy Mind Platter every quarter or a couple of months helps with adjusting to the natural cycles of the year. And I find that I like to use this Healthy Mind Platter, if there's been a life change, if there's been a schedule change. Right now is a great time for me to use it because it's the end of the school year. My kids are out. My work schedule changes a bit in the summer. And when I'm thinking about what I want in my summer, I could just sort of stumble along and just take whatever happens. Or I could be a little more intentional and think about the things that I really want to have in my life, and especially things that are going to help me feel at my best. This was created by Dan Siegel and David Rock based on the the food platter, like the things that you would need to feed your body in order to be healthy. So, the first one is connecting, which is other people and the natural world. I like to include animals, birds, reptiles, beings, plants. That's connecting is powerful when it's any of those things. So I put on mine, I really want to see my auntie and my uncle more. So I put that there. I'm going to get more time with my kiddos this summer because they'll be home from school. Project Friendship, that is one of the things in adulthood. Is it's harder to stay connected to people if they're not part of your day-to-day schedule, if you don't just see them. So it's important to intentionally make time and really think about the people in your life who are people that you really want to stay connected to and people that you want to nurture relationships with. Camping is a time where I often go with friends and other people, and there's more time to just sit and connect. Swim time, similar, and I put cat cuddles as I really love taking time. Part of my mindfulness practice is just mindfully focusing on my lovely fur baby. Sleep and rest. During rest, the brain consolidates memories and learning while repairing the body on a cellular level. I love a hammock swing. I have multiple hammocks in multiple places. It just really instantly relaxes me and drops me into parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest and digest. Yoga Nidra is a type of meditation and yogic practice that simulates a sleep state, a restful sleep state, deeply refreshing, and can be done for short periods of time or long periods of time. Craniosacral is a type of body work that really focuses on resetting the nervous system and the craniosacral fluid around the spine and the skull. Again, deeply restful. And let's see. Okay, physical. Exercise oxygenates the brain and body, enhancing memory and focus while reducing stress. And, people like to exercise in many different ways. Some people really want to exercise in groups. Some people prefer exercising in movement alone. Any type of movement that feels good in your body is, there's no shoulds here about what people should do. I, for instance, discovered I used to run, but now I have arthritis in one of my feet. And roller skating actually feels a lot better for me than running, and it's super fun. So, roller skating's on here. My physical therapy, I have some PT coming to my my life sometime soon due to a knee injury. Taking some short dance breaks. I love a short dance break. It really brings my energy up very quickly. Doing yoga. I'm a rule follower, so if I'm in a yoga class, I'll do positions and postures, even if they might not be great for my physical needs. So I appreciate doing yoga on my own. Snorkeling is one of my most favorite things. That's also a nice downtime thing for me. It gives me a state of really being in flow. And swimming, walking, when my feet can handle walking. And I love costumes and kickball. We discovered a couple years back that kickball was one of my favorite activities when I was a kid. And going back to childhood is a great way to mine for some of the things that really spark joy and help you feel happy. And when we wear costumes, especially the blow up costumes, it's just hilarious to watch, um, you know, Tyrannosaurus running the bases, uh, or the Easter Bunny, or whatever. Rainbow Unicorn running the bases in kickball. Very silly, very funny, very uplifting. Downtime. Downtime is recharging, relaxing. I like to call it free range mind time, when my mind just gets to do whatever and go wherever. No focus on any goal, assignment, or accomplishment. I use what I like to call prayer swimming. Um, it's a time where I might repeat an affirmation while I'm swimming laps, or I might repeat part of a prayer, part of a mantra, just focus on that and just keep my mind focused on that. It's a beautiful meditation. It's also cross body movement, which is deeply regulating. Repetitive cross body movement is in rhythm, really helps regulate the nervous system and helps the nervous system repair. Camping, listening to audiobooks, fiction in this category of downtime. Nonfiction would come into a different category. I am loving silly podcasts like Good Hang with Amy Poehler, What Now with Trevor Noah, The Lonely Island with Seth Meyers, all very silly podcasts. What Now also alternates between serious and silly and some focus learning. And Deep in the Mulm is a podcast about aquatic sciences and aquariums and whatnot. Focus time. Focusing on one specific idea or activity without multitasking. Focus can reduce stress and build neurological connections. And, you know, some of these things are bigger. Like a focus task might be something like my work is what I'm focusing. I am in a state of focus. It also can be smaller, like focusing on a puzzle, or, you know, doing I'm learning French with my daughter through Duolingo. And that's a short, concise period of focusing on something and learning a skill. Learning a skill like that helps build self-esteem, and it helps build a feeling of autonomy and control. I'm in the CEUs for relicensure right now. My license, you have to take continuing ed credits and learn new things. And we're coming up on the relicensure deadline in December. So I'm going to do some extra trainings this summer while my schedule might be a little quieter. And so learning about ADHD, finishing a certification program, learning about OCD treatment. The Windhorse counseling team is working on a resource organization, because we have this fabulous team of 15 people who all are brilliant and have great resources. We're working on pulling those together so that we can all use them and then share them out with the people we're working with. Play and creativity. Humorous and spontaneous activities facilitate new connections in the brain. And focus and play and creativity both bring a sense of novelty, which is deeply satisfying. So I'm going to do Camp Creatology with my kids this summer. It's a free program you can sign up for through Michael's chain, an arts and crafts chain in the United States. Not sure if it's in other places, but they're offering 2 weeks of free tutorials online. You can do them self-paced or you can do them live. And I love journal making, so I'm going to do that, learning ukulele, bracelet making. We recently got into rummy and card games in our family. I put costumes and kickball here again. Chalk art on our driveway and the road. We have a pretty calm road in front of our house, so it's a fun place to do chalk art safely. Roller skating, candle making with my kiddos, and I make a really good smoothie. It's real healthy and real tasty, but I would like to make some different flavors because I am pretty boring in my smoothie invention flavors. All right, time in. Last one, internal reflection on thoughts, sensations, and emotions helps with cognitive integration. I practice mindfulness. Sometimes I do a guided practice. Sometimes I just guide myself through the practice. Mindfulness is a state of mind, can be done in any activity, but focusing on one thing, non-judgmentally, with a compassionate heart, and with patience and with a sense of humor, continuing to bring the attention and focus back to whatever the thing is that you're focusing on. Loving kindness meditations. I need those more than ever right now. Tara Brach and Pema Chodron talks and meditations. I also love Jason Stevenson. He does hypno meditations that are fabulous. And yoga. So hopefully this is helpful. You can use our template. I am on a Mac and I used this editing system to just add my answers in. You can also handwrite it, of course, and you can just Google search the Healthy Mind Platter and other templates will come up and other information. And there are definitely talks by Dan Siegel about the Healthy Mind Platter and the neuroscience behind it all, because he is brilliant and has studied the neuroscience behind all of this. So I hope that this is helpful, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.